Members are entitled to, and Section 45 of our Constitution allows for freedom of movement. So, and freedom of association, Section 46, if I'm not wrong. So it's got total freedom of movement and freedom of association, as well as Section 50 rights and freedom to vote. So he's a member of Parliament. We respect him. He was not asked to leave, and he was not asked to come back based on what is on offer. You know, in a vote of no confidence play, you have the incumbent character, aptitude, temperament, and ability is on the table and judged for the leading thus far, and the alternate that is proposed. So being in the opposition for some time, he would have seen the different contests for alternates that are happening. So the alternate, so it's just a two-way street, the incumbent and the alternate. It's not, we're not playing marbles here. People's life, country's life is at stake. It's not one morning you rise up, you feel that, oh, I could be the Prime Minister. Of course, everyone can be the Prime Minister, but it's just not the Prime Minister. It's the cohesiveness of the team that rotates around and the outcome that want to deliver. I have not had an alternate policy from the opposite, whether it's on growing the economy or creating jobs or law and order, or increasing student enrollment in school, or the hospital invitations. We have clear policies, outcome that we pronounce in 2019, and every now and then we take a review. When we go into retreat, we review our own performance. Judge Marape is not the be-all and only person around. I have a team here. In time, when the team feels that my time is up, they will propose to me that it's okay, your time is up. In the meantime, on our side, we have only one face of government, and I remain that face of government. I'm privileged that in the House of Equals, they've allowed me to remain the face of government. The Honorable Elias Kapavore is a member of his people. He's a leader that is entitled to make his own call. Pomio is the biggest electorate in East New Britain and remains far-fetched, unconnected. We've invested 5 bridges in key strategic areas leading to Pomio, even when he was still at opposition. We did not say he's an opposition district. Pomio people are our people, so if members decide to be in opposite, it's up to them. National government can make interventions. Yeah. And so we've invested in 5 key bridges and a stretch of road that should link in the south side of East New Britain. And having seen the work we've done and having also have a little bit of glimpse in the alternate discussions that play in the opposite camp. He texted me earlier today saying that I'm coming back, and I said, welcome back. You are certainly welcome back. So I want the country to understand the opposition has not been a healthy grooming ground for next generation leadership. Leadership is about grooming the next generation leadership. I spend half my time here talking to the leaders with me about the future. I encourage them, I motivate them, but I don't see that happening in the opposite. The opposite, there's an unseen hand that remains at the back, trying to think that, he's the be-all and everything in opposition. No wonder why you had the former opposition leader vacating the job from the opposition to come across. 2 former opposition leaders, the Honorable Bella Nama and the Honorable Joe Lelang. If the opposition was serious, please, for goodness sake, the Westminster conventional system of government is that the opposition leader is the alternate. You don't fish around for alternate. You seriously place the opposition leader as the opposite to government policy. And you rally behind him and he becomes the face of the opposition. Today the opposition leader, I feel for the third time, my brother from Kiriwina, good enough. Very experienced man in his own right. But he himself is lost. He's not the alternate. And so I just want to encourage the opposition. I don't need to advise them, but being around for some time, I just want to advise them. Get your acts together. Rally behind one face. Rally behind one face. Pronounce the alternate to the country. And if you want to move a vote of no confidence, totally within your entitlements, please do it correctly. We have the late Father Simon Domanriu to honor next week, Tuesday. His body is coming to Parliament next week, Tuesday. We have Wednesday, the private business committee seat, so free advice to them. Last 5 times, you filled the forms incorrectly. You're not imbeciles, you're not stupids. Please, for goodness sake, respect yourself. and your intelligence, fill the form correctly. Don't waste all of our time. You held the country to ransom by incorrectly filling the forms. I point, for instance, the fourth time, whoever was filling out the form wrote 1, 2, 3 signature and missed out fourth and started with fifth on the other side. That's a deliberate ploy by those who felt number was not on their side and just to create tension in the public space. So let's not be irresponsible leadership. VONC process is there for everyone to deploy who have an issue with the current government. So do it properly. Next week we're going to Parliament. Give respect to fathers, the late member for Central Bougainville. Wednesday, the private business committee sits. Lodge in a paper on Tuesday. Wednesday, if it sits and it's competent, there'll be a notice on Thursday. We adjourn for 1 week. We come back the following Thursday. Let's get to deal with the numbers. Move on in life. Simple as that. Simple as that. They could have done that in February just because they had no number. They were confusing every one of you. So they were making deliberate mistakes. The court upheld the process they deployed was flawed in the recent ruling. So on our side, we just want to say that members are free to move around. The Honorable Elias Kapavore did indicate he'll come back to government side. We've never chased them out. They went out in their own accord. The space is there. They come back in their own accord. We give respect where it is due as members of Parliament. All right, thank you too much. Thank you too much. God bless.
Thank you, everybody.